Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. And tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty, and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Attack! Yellow!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
180! Turn! 180! What a shot! What a shot!
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
180!
Throwing is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Chiefs nothing. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And that's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Ravens 7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 6 now. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Jackson now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
13. Yo.
They'll run. It's Henry. And I'm not not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Mahomes will do it himself. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And we're off from Arrowhead. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play action. It's Mahomes. Good strike downfield to Kelsey. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Rolling left, buying some time. That's caught. It's Kelsey again. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Yellow.
Again, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Kelsey's got it right side. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs 7, Rams 0. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Blake Corum now to return it. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him.
First down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford to the air to start us off. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
That finds Adams downfield. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. How about 29 yards on first down? And that's good for a new set of downs. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Offense to the line. Second down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Well, left side taken in by Adams. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Williams. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Rams, first down.
And they're going to throw, no spike, trying to catch him off guard. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
The Rams finish off their opening drive. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 20 at the 19-yard line.
Mahomes escapes out to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yellow.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He takes it at the 4. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
At their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready.
Stafford from the gun. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Set. Yellow 20.
Running for the marker with Williams. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
It's a gain of 10.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
First down.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Chiefs will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. First down now. Ball at the 33. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
2nd and 4. 27-yard
Throwing is Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Left side, it's caught by Rice. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
From the red zone now. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow their lead to 8. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Corum now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff now. Stafford. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he returns this to the 22. On play action, Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their 1st drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Steelers
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And out of bounds right around the 20. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number and 10. Rodgers again now. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
The quick slant caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 3 yards out. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll throw with May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing here is May. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. And he rifles one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw, it's May. And Diggs has it. And just shutting him off there. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Patriots first down.
Here's May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To the air, May. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I had a dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth, still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Well, it dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At their own 43-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
At their own 43-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And the Seahawks, first down.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold from the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
First. What's that?
Play fake. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action. Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. So they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man. He's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Here's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Darnold. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 51 yards. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 51 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll try and do this himself. And not enough on the throw that time.
California, ill as pneumonia when we come for ya. With that villain's aroma, peeling out. Spilling all your feelings out on the corner, chilling out. Ice drilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers now. Pulling the out to show you, but the brains over the rover. You put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain. So you're hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game colder than polars. California bears, take your chain off for ya. Because out of all of you squares, I'ma yeah, put it in the air like the motor hit the roller.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Up next, it's our main event between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Devin Duvernay to return it. It's a fumble on the opening kick. And what a way to begin the scoring. Brock as they take it back for the touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter.
Well, Kate, I think we could take everything we thought about this game and toss it out the window right now. Things have changed thanks to one massive play. And our first snap from scrimmage, well, it's going to come with one team at a deficit.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down quickly right inside his own 10.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Williams starting with the pass here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Williams throwing again here on second down. This is a heater going deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons take over after returning it inside the red zone. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense. Not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
He's got a man left. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the... 11.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Flushed out of the pocket. It's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be first and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Panics on the sneak.
Getting back in it. Fall back here, get fall back here, get back, 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 fall back, 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 back. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, back. Fall back here, get fall back here, get back, 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 fall back, 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 fall back here, get back.
We're a couple miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Play action, and here's Brissett. Forced out left. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a first down. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. Woo.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. You're trying to threaten him. You're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
He's going to take a shot down the field. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Riley Moss.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Second down. Nix pushed out to his left. Now he takes off. And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard. And now it's third down. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Now Murray on first down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Now Murray keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Now Murray on third and long. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Second and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and inches. Here's Nix to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Emari DeMarcado to return. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Play action. It's Murray. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Tirico, Greg Oltz are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Gun, they'll throw to get things going. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and
From the gun, Jackson. Rolling right. Will try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Moving outside the pocket, he'll run again.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
It's second and inches.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Back to throw, Jackson. Flush to his right. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
By 20. What's that?
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
1 yard gain.
From the 46, here's second and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. That's Goff. It's Isaac to Slav. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.